I want you to hear these ages, 19, 17, 15 years old, who say they were radicalized online. And that is really scary to think about. And it seems that this group may have wanted to make this an inside job because the 17-year-old worked for a company that was set to provide stadium security at Taylor Swift's Vienna shows. The teens are described as Austrian-born, but they're of Turkish, Macedonian, and Croatian descent. And while this plot thankfully was caught in time, we know there were other concert venues in Europe that haven't been so lucky: Paris, Manchester, England, Moscow. But none was as big of a venue as the stadium hosting Taylor Swift. So here's a question. How concerned should you be about going or sending your kids to a large concert? I want to bring in Ben Joelson. He runs security, risk, and resilience at the Chertoff Group, where he actively works with stadiums and security for large events just like this one. And we're also joined by NewsNation contributor Tracy Walder. She's a former CIA and FBI agent. Good to have you both here. Ben, I'll start with you. I imagine there are a lot of vulnerabilities with such a large venue. Should people be concerned after this, or is this more of kind of an isolated incident?
I mean, I think the first point, and thank you for having me tonight, I think the first point is this is an example of the system working in the sense that there was collaboration between intelligence officials. There was an earlier duty to warn notification that went out, and Austrian officials responded swiftly. Their COBRA team, which is the equivalent of the FBI's hostage rescue team, made the arrests. So I think there are inherent vulnerabilities that we can talk about, but the kind of opening point is that this is an averted tragedy thanks to the collaboration that we have with international partners from a law enforcement and intelligence perspective.
But just to follow up on that, it was great work, and I've seen so many terror plots ultimately foiled. Is there a concern about people going to large-scale events if they're able to almost be committed by teenagers?
I think it does highlight the fact that the terrorism risk is extremely elevated right now. And if you add to that the fact that we have the Paris Olympics ongoing, which can be a potential distraction or a focus area for law enforcement, it is an opportunity for terrorist groups, radicalized individuals, to pursue a mass casualty attack. And I would also point out that one point that event security planners are always looking at is how to push the perimeter further out and how to get people inside so you avoid the crowds and the queuing, which frankly for a 65,000 person event is somewhat inevitable. So my guess is that was partially motivating for the decision to postpone the event.
And Tracy, let's talk about these three individuals, because there's so many reports now about young men, particularly in Europe, who are being radicalized online. I mean, why is this happening? How does it happen?
Well, thank you so much for having me, Jesse. Look, this has actually been happening for quite some time, really since the inception of ISIS. ISIS's target in terms of recruitment has always been younger males, particularly the 14 to 25-year-old age set. And that's exactly who they went after here. They used to use X actually predominantly in recruiting. Believe it or not, they had accounts, and that's how they were reaching out to people. And now we know they're using things like YouTube and other ways to recruit individuals. But ISIS has always been better, quite frankly, than al-Qaida at recruiting these sort of lone wolf, younger male terrorists.
And is there any way to source where this is coming from to stop it? Or is it just too hard to find? You might be able to see the communications, but you don't know where it's coming from exactly.
So that's the hard part here, right? Is because obviously the World Wide Web is enormous, and that's what makes it incredibly difficult. That's why having really good relationships with our foreign intelligence partners are so important. I said last night that I thought this may have been stopped because the U.S. passed information that they had. My guess was correct in that the U.S. actually did pass Austria this information. My guess is they were targeting the person on the other end of those recruiting methods and the recruiting calls. They were targeting those folks. They then tipped off the Austrians that there were individuals that were being actively recruited.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.